don't know if I'm gonna call this a reading vlog or just a reading or a manga like review or whatever. I don't know, because I read multiple books, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll figure that out later. I have come to talk about I Want to Be a Wall. Hold on. It was cuter in my mind, but I spread it out. Okay, I want to talk about I Want to Be a Wall series. It has officially come to an end. I am sad, but I am also happy for Gaku and Yuriko. I'm so sad I'm so sad, but I will keep this collection near and dear to my heart. It's such a good series. And like 3 volumes, that's like so easy to do. I just reread these two. I reread these two today before I started recording, just so I can refresh myself with the story. And then I went into this one, and it's such a great like progression flow. Like, it's so nice. It answers like all the questions, all the things. Well, hold on, let me back up a second in case you don't know. I Want to Be a Wall is about a gay man and an asexual woman getting married. Period. That's that's the basis, that's the premise, like, and they get married and they have to live together and figure out, what does marriage mean for them. And like, the premise alone got me, because I was just like, a gay man and an asexual woman getting married? Like, I knew it would be like some chosen family type stuff, but like, I didn't know like exactly how it was gonna do. I'm sorry, I need to put some lotion on or something. I need to do something. I feel dry. I just feel dry. I gotta describe it. It felt like a story that needed to be written, basically. Like, it felt like a story that needed to be talked about, like, basically, what does it mean to live your life outside of society standards? And like, I love that that's the overall message, at least that's the overall message that I got from the book. From the series, is that, live your life and everything, it may not work out perfectly, but it's gonna, as long as you're happy with it, then that's all that matters. And so I love the book for that. The series for that. 1 and 2 are shorter and thinner. The shorter means thinner, whatever. And it basically just goes into like it basically goes into the introduction of Yuriko and Gaku and like their dynamic and interaction and like how they met and like how they like living their daily lives together and getting to know each other, because they basically met as strangers. They basically met at their matchmaking. They did meet at them. That's the only time. The first time they met was at their matchmaking session, and then they gradually started to become more familiar with each other through like running into each other and dates and things like that. So then eventually, Yuriko and Gaku come into the conclusion that we can get married to each other just for appearances, just so that people can get off our backs. That's basically the premise of the first 2, and then the last one basically kind of like gets more into the nitty gritty of their relationship. Kind of like going to like their first like big fight, and like how they're still like, even though they're getting along very well and they're figuring out each other's like tics and like kind of like buttons and things like that, they still like, still come from different households, upbringings, different family situations, like, what I'm saying, like different ways that they perceive happiness, basically. And so they're trying to merge their different notions of happiness together. And the fight was about, of course, spoiler alert, I guess. The fight was, of course, was I don't know how to say his name, unfortunately, but Suzuki, I think I'm saying it right, Suzuki or Suzuki. I don't know, but yeah, basically the childhood friend that Gaku is like in love with, and he basically, Yuriko was like talking to him or whatever, because he was having like relationship issues with this girl that he was dating, and Yuriko was telling him basically like there's already someone in your life that like loves you the way you want to be loved, and that it holds you so dear and close and yada yada yada. And Gaku, he wasn't there initially for the conversation, but he kind of came up during that to hear that last part of the conversation. So of course he was like, afterwards, like he got filled in, but then after Suzuki, I hope I'm saying it right, Susake, I think, leaves, he confronts Yuriko and was like, "Girl, you stole my business. Like, what you trying to apply to him? Like, what you trying to apply? Like, he's gonna figure out. What if that made him figure out? Like, oh, my best friend's in love with me. What was I supposed to do then? Like, now I lost him forever." And so Yuriko, of course, was like apologetic and like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like slip up. And Gaku said, something mean. He was like, what do you know about love or whatever? Because you've never been in love. And so that was like their big fight. And of course, Gaku said, like, I'm sorry. Like, I did not, like, I was just angry and I shouldn't have said that. It's so funny because they basically have to get a third party involved, which is Yuriko's friend Mamo-chan. Mamo-chan or Mamo-kun. Yeah, Mamo-kun. Sorry. I think it's like different things for different people. Yeah, Mamo, and he basically had to get involved and was like, look, y'all both need to realize the fact that y'all both come from different places and different different backgrounds and stuff like that, and y'all have different
drag queen flopping.
Different ways of happiness. Oh my god. I literally was just gonna record this right before the air conditioner came on. Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna talk over it. Y'all, it's like 12 o'clock. I mean, it's 1 o'clock and it's like 83 degrees, which is a lot cooler than it was like yesterday, but it's still hot. Then it was like, as soon as Mamo-kun was like, okay, y'all need to like apologize and just realize y'all from differences and y'all still getting to know each other, and it's like, it's fine. Y'all strangers. You know what I'm saying? You cohabitat, things are gonna come up and things are gonna happen to where you're gonna fight. It's fine. So, and it's like, as soon as that happened, Gaku's grandmother had to stay with them for like the Christmas or like the holiday season for a little bit, because like the retirement home that she was at, or the caregiver facilities she was at or whatever, was taking like, vacation, and so they needed somewhere for her to stay. And so of course they're like trying to like make it seem like they're like in the same room and like they don't have different like places that they sleep, and like, basically trying to make it seem like, oh, we're a normal married couple. And Gaku eventually tells the grandma, like, hey, Yuriko we don't plan on having kids, baby. That whole great-grandchild fantasy you got going on in your head, go ahead and let it go, because it's not happening. Especially not before you die. So, like, and I kind of relate to that because of the fact that I've told my mom, like, multiple times, told my grandma multiple times, like, don't get your hopes up with me. Like, don't get your hopes up with me. I do not know if I want kids, and I'm 30. So, I know I still got like plenty of time or whatever to figure it out if I do or not. But at this moment in time, I do not want kids, and I don't have a desire to have kids. And I don't even have like a game plan where if I were to have kids. Like, literally, if I were to have a child right now, it would be bad. So let's just say that. But yeah, so Gaku breaks it to his grandmother that they're not having kids, and she's of course like, like, oh, you're stopping me from like living, my basically she was saying like, oh, you're taking away like the only reason I have to live, which is to see great well, what keeps taking this. You're taking away my only reason to keep living, which is for great grandchildren. And he was like, well, I'm sorry, but like, I'll visit you. Me and Yuriko will visit you. You know what I'm saying, a lot, but baby, you're not getting any grandchildren. Like, I'm so sorry. So that was it. So they had to go through that, and then right after that, they had to go visit Yuriko-chan's family, and it was also another round of like, talking about babies and like the wedding and all that other stuff. And Yuriko had to tell her parents, like, yo, that's not the life I envisioned for myself. Like, I'm so sorry that you had this vision for me and I'm not fulfilling it, but it's about my happiness at the end of the day. Which, yes. Yes. And then at the very end, or like after that, like it was like conflict after conflict in this book, which I appreciate because it's the thicker, it's like a longer book, so it's like I could tell it was like more like plot into it. Which, by the way, the writing was like fantastic. Like the analysis the writer gave about society and how society has all these weird conditions for people, and like if you don't meet them, then you're just strange or pitiful or sad or whatever. Loved it. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Honami Shirano, you will be forever famous in this household. You will be forever famous in this household because yeah, I'm gonna be looking out for you. I'm gonna be looking out for you because this was just like, it was just so, I mean, and it was interwoven like throughout the whole like series, like just constantly talking about like how, you know, who gives a fuck about society's like standards or whatever. It's about your happiness at the end of the day, and about like the happiness that you find in like the community that you foster, or like the like family that you foster, or the friends that you foster, and the relationships that you foster. As long as that's like fulfilling for you, then what else matters? Like, and how like marriage is like is an institution and an outdated system, and like, you know, it's a shame that the people who really like need the benefits of like marriage, which is like, you know, taxes and like healthcare and all that, can't get it in certain countries. They were talking about especially in Japan. Like, especially in Japan, like, you know, same-sex relationships are still like looked down upon. And I know it's like changing or whatever, but you know, in the real life world, like, I can definitely, it's still like a taboo. And so it's kind of the same thing here. Like, while the states are like, has like, you know, the Gay Marriage Act or whatever, that didn't happen until like 2015. Like, that happened in my lifetime, like, which is wild. Sorry, there's a lot going on my nose. I don't know what's happening. For some reason, whenever I start to talk, my nose like starts to like do like, you know what it is? I think my nose knows when I'm in front of the camera, and it starts to act all weird. It starts being all snotty, and I'm like, got all these nose bubbles and stuff in my nose. It's a lot. So sorry if I have to keep doing like this a lot. Or adjusting. Yeah, I'm basically just talking about how the people who need marriage can't get married, and the people who can get married will leave in a hot second when they're not happy. And it's like, what the hell? So, or people have to stay in marriages because like they don't have nowhere to go, they don't have no finances, they don't have no health care, they don't, you know, they don't have no resources for themselves. So it's like, marriage can be like a really like happy, joyous thing, but it could also be like a double-edged sword and be like cause a lot of people's downfalls and stuff. So I think having that perspective in this series, especially when it relates to Yuriko and Gaku, I think is very, very like, I want to say just like, I don't know, because their marriage is in like for like show, but they still like were able to do it. Basically, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like kind of like the end all be all of it. Like, either way, you were still able to get married, even if it was for show. Like, Mamo-kun, sorry. He has to go to England with his partner to get married and have children, because of the fact that in Japan, like, they still don't have like a lot of like rights and stuff to like do that, and then like they don't have a lot of like, you know, that it's hard to like adopt a child, and it's like, you know, and it's hard to get a marriage license and all that stuff. So like, even though Gaku and Yuriko, excuse me, I have a lot going on with my nose. What is going on? So yeah, even though Gaku and Yuriko got married for like just to shut everybody up, it's the fact that they were able to shut everybody up by getting married that is like kind of like the issue and like the problem kind of like of it. So, and they acknowledge that, and they are just like, you know, we were lucky, you know, to be able to do that, to make our lives, you know, still happy, and the fact that we found each other and are still like, you know, wanting to be together, like be like a family for each other. So also, while Gaku's grandmother, I'm giving you the whole book, I'm sorry. While Gaku was with Yuriko and her parents, Sasuke, I don't want to say whatever, but Sasuke, because I want to pronounce it correctly. So Suke, I think, had to go in the Yuriko and Gaku's bedroom to put something in there, and he discovered like they have their script that they have for when like his grandmother or when Gaku's grandmother when anybody family related is asking them what's a question, or anybody asking them what's a question about their marriage and stuff. They have okay, this is how we came together, this is how we met, this is how we got married, this is how we proposed, yada. This is how we're doing, this is how we're living, yada. And so Sasuke found that paper. He called Gaku, was like, what the fuck is this? Gaku was like, and then while Sasuke was outside, that's when the girlfriend came. That's when she had that whole monologue about you ruined my life, and that's when he got stabbed. And so that's how Gaku knew he was in the hospital, how he got, and something was wrong. So to bring it back, Sasuke basically comes to realize the fact that Gaku has been the one that's been in his life the whole time, that actually never judged him, never cared about his family situation, never cared about how how many girlfriends he had that never committed, or how many whatever people in his life that came and went. Gaku was the one that stayed consistently with him ever since they were children. So he came to that realization and was like, yo, it doesn't matter what kind of relationship you have a year ago. I know what our relationship is, and that's what matters to me. And yeah, so it was a great ending. It ended on such a high note. The bonus comics were cute, and I like the fact that they did a little time skip at the end to give us a little preview of how they are living now that they have been married for a couple years. And it's just still very, very sweet. It's very touching, and it's I'm just excited. It just made me excited for them, even though I know this is the end of the series. I was just yeah, this is nice. This is nice. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you exactly how it ends. There is a little something at the end I didn't mention because I do want y'all to read this. But yeah, this is an amazing series. So I really like it, and I will definitely be rereading it over and over because it's such a good story, such a good lesson. And on top of that, if you look at the spine, yeah, it's the Pan flag, the blue, yellow, and the pink. It's the Pan flag. I'm period. Yeah, the author knew what they were doing. I see you. I see you for who you are. I see you for who you are. Yeah, I also like the progression of the covers, how they their relationship has changed from basically not even facing each other to now eating dinner. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, to now they're eating dinner together and facing each other. So I love that. I love when a cover tells stories too. Anyway, this is the end of my reading, I don't know, reading for Pride Month, manga for Pride, reading vlog for Pride Month, I don't know. Either way, I did it. Now let's go over to the books before I kind of wrap this up and get this out to y'all. Anywho, the rabbit is infatuated with the puppy. 0 out of 5. 0 out of 5. I had more time to think about this, and honestly, the age gap thing, I'm sorry, I can't excuse it. It's weird. I'm sorry. It just is. I feel like the author just wanted to get out a weird age gap story, and the thing that makes me mad is that the age gap didn't need to be that. It didn't add to the story at all. It didn't add to the plot. It didn't add to the story. It made for quick jokes, and that was it. And the jokes weren't even funny. It literally made no sense. It literally made no sense that the fact that they both couldn't be adults. So 0 out of 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this because I don't want it no more. But I'm gonna figure it out because I'm just I don't like this. I don't like this, and I hate. I know it's a one shot, but it's just it just seemed so many scenes were unnecessary. All the sex scenes, I was this is weird because it's yeah, some age gap. He's a teenager. He's a grown man. Teenager, grown man. Teenager, grown man. Teenager, grown man. Don't like that. I married my female friend. I believe I read this during this vlog. I haven't looked back into the past footage. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Also, a banger. I used to say, I'll say 5 out of 5 for this one. I love the female. I love the fact that they're both women. They're both grown women. But they like high school friends and like how they get together and like become married and like how they're figuring out each other. I'm excited to keep reading this series, so I'll be coming back again for this one. This is a good first volume, so 5 out of 5 for I Married My Female Friend. Boys Run the Riot. I'm giving this also a 5 out of 5, and I will be continuing the series. I believe there's only like. I believe it's like 5 out right now, like 5 volumes. So I have some like catching up to do. But I definitely want to continue reading this. I love Rio, and I just can't wait to follow his journey with this fashion company brand. So yeah, so 5 out of 5 for that. Daughters Under a Crescent Moon, yeah, 5 out of 5, yeah. Another banger, like. This one I bought like a couple months ago, like Loki maybe like half a year ago, and or maybe like early January or something like that, like at the top of the year. So I haven't like finished reading like the series yet because it's volume 1. But also another 5 out of 5. I love the like fact that they're both like experiencing their first loves and like figuring out like what does it mean like being loved and as like lesbians and like or women loving women. And how that relationship will foster. And I'm excited to see how their relationship develops. So we'll be continuing that. And you just heard what I said about Wants to Be a Wall. Whole series, 5 out of 5. Particularly volume 3, 5 out of 5. I appreciated the wrap up, and I love the characters, and the story just ended like on a beautiful note. So definitely 5 out of 5. Another book that I wanted to recommend that I didn't get a chance to this video because I read it before when I was in, so I was like, I don't know if I should read it or whatever. 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love. This is also a one shot, but this is very, very cute. This is about a witch and a witch hunter and their relationship and like how they like came to like basically have a crush on each other. So yeah, it's a one shot with that, and also about a high school girl who has demons that fall in love with her, demons that fall in love with her. So it's 2 stories in one, and both stories are extremely cute, and I can't recommend this enough. So 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love, also 5 out of 5 banger. So yeah, so that is the end of this. These are all the books I've read. I'm still not sure about Married a Female Friend. I may have skipped that one, but I wanted to include it either way. I know for a fact these 4 I read. So yeah, these are all the things I read. Like I said, don't get this. Don't get this. Just don't get it. Don't get it. Don't encourage it. Like maybe that's me putting my own biases in it. You know, Asian consent or whatever. Child, I don't like it. I don't like it. So that's just my personal opinion. Children shouldn't be with adults in a sexual way. So, yeah. So yeah, these are the rest, and these 3 definitely I would highly recommend. So I hope you enjoyed this video and my reviews. I know that sometimes I can kind of get like a little off topic, but I'm trying to be better at that. And I also just in general I've been enjoying doing these reading vlogs. It's making me having to go through and like get through my reading collection, my book collection. So I'm very excited to continue this. Next month is, well, by the time you probably get this, because it's like the end of June, so you probably see this early July. Next month is for July, Disability Pride Month, and I know some manga that has like disabled characters. Unfortunately, I don't own any of them right now because like, child, y'all know how it is. Manga's expensive, so like it's expensive, child. What I was thinking about doing was maybe just doing like a regular reading vlog and just talking about disability visibility from Alice Wong. And because I've been wanting to read this book for a minute. It's just, again, never had a chance, or just my brain just couldn't do it. So I probably will read this for July, but you know, if I might make a video on it. If I don't make a whole video on it, then I'll definitely make like a TikTok or something like that on it. So yeah, so that's what to expect next for July. For August, I don't know what the theme is gonna be. You'll have to come back to me in the July. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm gonna do for August or September. You know, the later half I know. August, September, don't know. Don't know. Don't. I don't know. Might be, but look, might be more gaming videos during that time. So anyway, but anyway, I appreciate y'all. Happy time zones wherever you're at. Hope you're safe. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're trying your best. You know, as best whatever best looks like for you. You know, and yeah, I hope that you'll be back for. I keep shaking. I'm so sorry. I hope you'll be back for another video, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.